Hello, everyone. The April 2017 International Challenge is underway. I'm quickly going to go over the team that I put together. Let's move over here. I think I labeled it, yeah, April. We'll start with you. Now we have the tried and true two Pokemon that I used quite a bit in the February International Challenge, and that is my Luau Comfey. With the triage ability, it's meant to go along with my Snorlax Jumbo. With his thick fat ability, I was actually trying to get the gluttony ability, but I didn't get it when I was breeding, but I like the thick fat. It seems to come through a lot with it seems like whenever someone would try to take out Snorlax, it was an Arcanine, trying to use the fire attack on it or something, and it seemed to live most of the time. It would be nice to ensure that I had the gluttony ability, but yeah. And Rocks, Crunch, Return all seem to do well. It mainly meant to get those Garchomps off the field, and maybe some of the Ultra Beasts. Now, we do have Not Butter, my Alolan Muck. He's still here, or sorry, she's still here. And nothing's really changed. Still has the Gluttony ability, and meant to just be a really hard attacker with the Gunk Shot and Knock Off, both stab. And I do have Minimize on here, but I couldn't think of another move that would work well, but for now, we'll stick with that. And I do have Mrs. Vile. I used her in singles in one of the tournaments. Changed a few moves on here, mostly for doubles, so Poison Gas, if I can get it off, will poison both Pokemon. And Venom Drench, if they are poisoned, to lower their attack or special attack. And of course, Stab, Flamethrower, and Sludge Wave, once the opportunity shows up. And Focus Ash, because she doesn't have very good defenses. I don't know if I actually really plan on using her too much, but she's there just in case I see the opportunity. Now, the two new Pokemon I have, I'll start with Bane, my Murkrow. I wanted another Eviolite Pokemon that worked well, and Murkrow seemed to be a good fit, especially for the team I've kind of put together. If we have Trick Room, or if just with the Prankster ability, set out those status moves first. I do have Foul Play, just in case they're setting up and they're getting really high in attack. I can try and at least knock out or hit them pretty hard with the Foul Play. I do have Squash, which I like, just because if we don't have Trick Room up, or if some Pokemon is trying to use like Extreme Speed or something, I just push them back so they move last in that turn. And with Feather Dance, just to lower the attack by 2 stages. If there's a special attacker in the field, I don't exactly have an answer for that, but for most of the physical attack, that's why I focus more on special defense for Bane here. And Roost, just so I can hopefully stay in the game long enough to help out the Pokemon on the side. And Bane's meant to kind of work a lot with my Primarina, which I EV trained, and then Hyper trained level 100, and gave it the Primarinium Z for, I just don't use C moves very much. I would like to try and use that more now. And that's about the best situation I can think of. It's just meant to be a really hard special attacker. And a Shadow Ball for coverage, and with the Stab, Moonblast, and Sparkling Aria, which would become the Z move that gets blocked on YouTube, so I'll have to edit that out if I use it. But then there's Hidden Power, which on this Primarina is electric, which I think would work out really well against some of the Pokemon, mostly Celesteela, but a few other water Pokemon out there, and even flying Pokemon. I think this will work out pretty well. I did have, instead of Shadow Ball, Misty Terrain, just because Prankster ability. It's just a Prankster ability I don't think will work if Tapu Lele's on the field with its Psychic Surge, which I think prevents priority moves from taking effect. So I considered using that, but I'd rather just go for the coverage against the Ghost and Psychic Pokemon, just so I get a nice effective hit against those, like Tapu Lele. So yeah, this is the team I plan on using. Now, to get ready to battle.